Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video that will be showcasing Blissey EX with the newly released set Journey Together. So that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do run an entire 4-4 line of Chansey and Blissey EX. This will be one of our main attackers for this deck. We do have the ability Happy Switch. Once per turn we can move a basic energy from one Pokemon over to another. As well as we do have the return for the 3 colorless energies. We can do 180 base damage and then draw until we have 6 cards in our hand. So some of our other attackers will be the Teal Mask Ogerpon. It does have the ability Teal Dance. Once per turn we can attach a Grass Energy to this Pokemon in order to draw a card. As well as we do have the Mirrored Leaf Shower with the 30 base damage and then 30 more damage for each energy card attached to both active Pokemon. And then we also do run the one copy of this Budew for some cheap item lock of the Itchy Pollen, 10 base damage, and then during your opponent's next turn they can't play any item cards. We also do have the one copy of this Wo-Chien, a little gimmicky. It's mostly here because the mana fee just rotated out, so it's pretty tough to protect your benched Pokemon. And we do have the Hazardous Greed for the 20 base damage, and if you have 3 or fewer cards in your deck, you can do 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. And then we do have the one copy of the Lillie's Clefairy EX here for that Fairy Zone ability. The weakness to your opponent's Dragon-type Pokemon is now Psychic-type. So you can definitely take an easy one-hit KO on something like Dragapult EX with this Clefairy. And then lastly, we do have the one copy of the Squawkabilly EX for that ability Squawk and Seize. On the first turn of the game, you can discard your hand to draw 6 new cards. And then moving on to the trainer cards for our ace spec, we do have Prime Catcher. It's basically a double switch out. You get to gust up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and then you do get to switch out your own active Pokemon. And then for our stadium cards, we got the 2 copies of Area 0. Each player who has a Terra Pokemon in play can have up to 8 benched Pokemon. As well as we do have the one copy of the Calamitous Snowy Mountain, where if a player attaches an energy card to a basic non-water Pokemon, you get to put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. And then for our supporter cards, we got the 2 Boss's Orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, the 4 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption, the 1 copy of Turo where you can put 1 Pokemon in play back into your hand and then discard all attached cards. And then lastly, we do have the 4 copies of Professor's Research for some extra draw support. And then for our energy cards, we got the 2 Dark Energies for Munkidori, the 6 Grass, and then 3 Psychic Energies. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. So yeah, we did win the coin toss and we decided to go first for this game. So let's see, it looks like no mulligans from either one of us. Okay, looks like they're gonna be Greninja. And should we put Budew in front? Some item lock? Now let's get Squawk. They could easily knock it out with the try bouncing. Maybe not. Get Mew EX. Restore for 2. Wow, we're gonna lose Pal Pad. Yeah, let's pass. So yeah, hard to believe, only 1 Chansey and we run all 4 of them to play Arven. They got Terra Orb and Power Glass. I feel like now we have to use Iono, because if they got Terra Orb, they're going to search out Radiant Greninja. Or not Radiant, the Terrestrial Greninja. Yeah, and they do the 30 damage for the tri-bouncing. Yeah, now let's get another Chansey, and we'll just go for the Iono. Not the most ideal since they only have 3 cards in their hand, but it will send the Greninja to the bottom of the deck. Yeah, let's end turn. There's nothing we can really do. See, they use Iono now, okay. Let's see what we pick up here. We still get the Blissey EX. And let's see if they get the rare candy. No, they got Buddy Poffin. Looks like they're running the totes. Yeah, that actually is concede here. Nice, we win it. So let's go first here. Definitely want to get the Squawk on the first turn. Get as many Chanseys into play as we can. Wow, and we got Prime Catcher on our opening hand. Really not ideal. Okay, looks like it's gonna be Terapagos. No, it's actually gonna be Hydreigon EX. They go for the Fan Call. They get 1 Noctowl. Let's see if we can get a supporter card. Because I feel like we really want to use the Iono here. Wow, that is so lucky. And then let's Ultra Ball both of those away for a Blissey. And let's go for the Iono here. Yeah, let's happy switch. And let's go for the knockout. We can draw 3 cards here. That worked out really well because we drew that Iono just in time. Just as we're talking about it. We get Super Rod. But I guess the Super Rod can definitely help us out. Get the Wo-Chien back. Clefairy if we want it. They go into Dino. Snow Run. Oh wow, they still do get the Noctowl off of that Iono, so it didn't hinder them as much as I thought it would. Let's see what they get here. Maybe they're gonna get something to set up Hydreigon. Whatever it is, they're being very careful. Probably get a supporter card and the item card. Shock and Nest Ball. So that means they're probably gonna get the Fezandipiti here. Yep, there it is. And then with 2 evolution cards with Shock, they can probably get the other Noctowl and then whatever other evolution they need. Yeah, they're probably gonna get Noctowl again. Yeah, there's Noctowl and the Hydreigon. Rare Candy. So they are setting up big time. Interesting, they do pass. They didn't play the other Noctowl. Yeah, kind of unfortunate we don't have the Prime Catcher. Yeah, let's move with Grass Energy to Ogerpon. Yeah, I thought let's go for Iono. Yeah, let's get rid of Budew here. Yeah, let's just knock out Dino. Turo. Guess the Turo is pretty good. Hopefully that Iono disrupted them at least a little bit. Dark Energy. We do have weakness on Hydreigon. We can easily take a one-hit KO on it. Ultra Ball. Yeah, they're gonna find Noctowl anyway with Ultra Ball. So what are they gonna get? I think... I don't know. I want to say they want to get Boss, but they can't one-hit KO Ogerpon. And it's a huge threat to their Hydreigon. Like, literally we can one-hit KO them. Maybe they get Counter Catcher, actually. But even then, they can't one-hit KO Ogerpon. They're just 10 damage short. They do get Counter Catcher, though. So maybe they're going to gust up the Mew EX. Which could make sense, because they are using Crispin. So they can use the Obsidian, take a one-hit KO on Mew, and then knock out 2 Munkidoris. That's what I think they're going to do. Yeah, that's precisely what they're going to do. So that's 4 prize cards. But then again, what are they going to do afterwards? Yeah. They didn't need the boss at all. That is so bad. Yeah, just as we got our Dark Energies. Let's see, let's go for Teal Dance. Ultra Ball. And now let's Turo Squawk, because we're not going to be using a supporter card. Get rid of both of these. I don't know, what should we get? Maybe a Chansey? Yeah, let's go for the 480. Kind of unfortunate we couldn't use something like Iono. Kind of afraid of Ursaluna here. I can just smell it coming. Super Rod. Okay, I'm not sure what they're gonna Super Rod, but I guess they're gonna get energies on Hydreigon back. Just energy cards. And they just flip the script 14 cards. They're all done for Noctowls. No more surprise Noctowls, but really close game. Even with the weakness, it's a super close game. See, they pick up Frostlass. Rare Candy TM Evolution. But I think they just put that Dino down with the Buddy Puffin, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Not with Buddy Puffin, but they just put it with, normally. They switched out into Budew. Okay, so we should be fine. Yeah, I really wish we had that Prime Catcher. Iono. No, should we go research? I think we should go Iono, actually. No, I'm gonna retreat out. I definitely want to put something bulkier in front, so that we can at least draw until we have 6. Yeah, there's our Fezandipiti. They go into Terrapagos. Yeah, like I said, really close game. Zawilus. So there goes Rare Candy, Hydreigon. They use Iono. They put the Neo Upper Energy, so that was their ace spec. Flip the script. Super Rod. Yeah, I don't know how they can get the win here. Because if they already evolved up Dino into Zawilus. Yeah, they just pass here. Let's just get Munkidori. Yeah, I feel like at this point it really doesn't even matter all that much. Yeah, Brock scouting. Looks like they're gonna find Hydreigon. It's definitely in the deck because they shuffled it back in with Super Rod. So all they need here is basically a switching option. Or switch... no, switch card already rotated out. Never mind. Because yeah, last turn... they did Super Rod Hydreigon back in the deck. There it is. Okay, wow. They didn't have the switching option. Basically lose because they couldn't switch out. Yeah, and there we go. Last prize card of the game. Pal Pad. There we go. Yeah, looks like they're going first, so I feel like that's maybe not the most ideal for us, but let's see. Pick up Chansey. I'm not going to bench the Clefairy until there's a good enough reason, like if they have Dragapult or something. They get 2 basics also. Looks like they're gonna be Goldango, but they got Paldy and Wooper. Yeah, let's use Iono. I'm gonna get the Squawk. Teal Dance for 1. Let's see what we draw. Ultra Ball. Yeah, I guess we can get another Ogerpon here. And Teal Dance again. Turo. That's kind of bad. My Squawk and Seize. I think we still have the Pal Pad in the deck. Yeah, there it is now. Yeah, let's get another Chansey. Yeah, let's end turn. Hopefully they'll knock us out here. See, they play Arven. Nest Ball and Binding Mochi. So I don't get it. Is this gonna be like Goldango EX with poison damage, poison support, Petron EX? Maybe it's Paldean Clodsire EX or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's just go for the return. Draw 3 more cards. We get Ultra Ball. I don't know, I think this has to be some kind of poison type deck. Maybe they're just using Gholdengo EX as a draw engine or something, because it still has pretty good draw. Where it's probably not the attacker. Or main attacker. They play Arven. Ultra Ball. So yeah, this has to be for the Paldean Cloudsire. Dark Energy and Boss. No, they do get Gholdengo actually. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a Paldean Cloudsire, okay. And this is the one from Journey Together. So it looks like they can probably go for like a retreat lock or something. Yeah, because they got Poison Ring, 60 base damage, Poison status, and can't retreat. Yeah, they go for the Poison Ring. They are weak to Fighting type. I don't know, so let's knock out their Petrunt. We can gust it up with Boss. Pal Pad, Boss, and Turo. Yeah, let's draw until we have 6. Wow, 2 energies were prized. Let's see what they do here. They go into Gholdengo. So now that they don't have a free switching option, should be in better shape, but... This looks like a decent retreat lock deck though. They Night Stretcher Petrunt back. You know, stage 1, 100 damage with the Binding Mochi and retreat lock, poisoned. Janine's Secret Art. Yeah, so they need 2 Dark Energies. Yeah, I think they're just gonna go for the knockout next turn for the Giga this turn, I mean, even just for the Giga Impact, because they can do 260. And that would knock us out. Yeah, that's pretty insane. pretty insane. So what are we doing here? 180? Flip the script. Oh no, it'd be 240. 260. Wouldn't be enough to knock them out. We'd have to attach energy, I guess. Yeah, let's Turo Squawk into our hand. Ultra Ball it away. I don't know, maybe get Latias. We're gonna get Blissey for next turn. But yeah, they're gonna do quite a lot of damage with the Petron EX because they'll do 300. Because it's 60 times the amount of prize cards we've taken. No joke. Get another Paldean and Clodsire, but I don't think they're gonna go into it. There's like no reason to do so. Nice, that Super Rod just came in time. How many bosses do we use? I don't know, I feel like we're gonna have to research. We don't really want to. Yeah, let's try to flip the script first. See what happens. Wow. Yeah, let's research. Three or fewer cards. Let's go for Teal lanes. Yeah, I think we do take the win here. We can just move the 2 energy cards over and do 120 to 2 of their Pokemon. And we even had the Prime Catcher as well. Let's get the Gimmighoul and the Wooper. That was a pretty crazy game, actually. Last prize card, Ultra Ball. There we go. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.